Welcome everyone, Dragonfly here back in DCS world on the Tarawa in the AV-8B Harrier. Just getting ready to fly another mission. And today's mission we're going to be number 2 in blade flight. A flight of 2 AV-8 Harriers that's going to be tasked with taking out a couple of Smirch rocket launchers and an SA-8 that's protecting them. Incoming message. There's our lead right there. Today's video is going to be mostly cinematic, a lot of external shots, a lot of target shots, and so it's more for people that like to watch airplanes than anything else. We're going to be doing a short interval takeoff, actually release brakes almost at the same time. Lead's going to go out about 5 miles, go into a left-hand turn. We're going to rejoin on him into some fingertip, and then ingress and fingertip until we get over the coast, and then we'll go from there. Should be brake release any second. Now in reality we'd have a little bit more of an interval than that in case lead aborted, but I don't want to lose sight of him for the rejoin. Okay, he started his left-hand turn, so we're going to turn inside of him and try to establish a 30-degree rejoin line and rejoin on his left wing. So we get a turn, basically pulling lead pursuit here. Okay, blade 2's in. And as it always seems, you're rejoining into the sun. Alrighty, lead should be pushing here pretty soon to his to our second waypoint. Blade flight pushing waypoint 2. Try to echelon with him, but the AI is really overpowered on their engines, and so even full power you can't keep up with them. So we'll do another rejoin here, except this time we'll rejoin off the right wing because that's where I want to be anyway. Here we are, coast in. Now we'll slide back to trail. Trail's a much more fluid position. You don't have to concentrate as much on maintaining position, and so you can be more of more support for your lead. And trail's basically a 30-degree cone behind the lead aircraft. Don't remember my distances, but I believe it was out to about 1,000 feet. And I'll just caveat everything as I'm going with basic Air Force training, not with the Navy's definitions. I don't know all those. What we'll do is we'll come up here, we're kind of terrain masking right now, which has kept our RWR completely clean. When we get up to waypoint 3 here in just about 3 miles, lead will head north and begin an attack on the SA-8. We'll split off a little bit more to the east and set up for an attack on the rocket launchers. There goes lead. Let's watch his attack. Okay, and the SA-8 is fired back. But a little too late. And here's a Maverick shot. We'll actually fire both Mavericks. The first one hit the refueling vehicle, and the second hits one of the Smirches. And everybody's moving around right now in the target area. Switch to rockets. Come back around for another attack. And now we'll do a couple gun passes on the remaining support vehicles and head back to the boat.
Pull up, pull up.
One more gun pass. And we'll look at it from the cockpit.
pull up.
We'll head to the coast and rejoin on lead, and then head back to the Tarawa. And lead will be in a left-hand orbit over the lake there in front of us, right before the city. We're dumping a little gas here because we're still a little heavy. One thing about the Harrier with no radar makes it a little harder to find other aircraft. You gotta rely on your Mark 1 eyeballs or on the forward-looking infrared when you get in close enough. So we're looking out, trying to find our lead. We know he's at 2,000 feet, orbiting at about, I think it was 300 knots. And there, just catching a glimpse of him there at about 1 to 2 o'clock. Start turning inside him, but he's pretty close, so I'm sure it's going to be an overshoot. And blade flight 2's in. Okay. Blade flight RTB. And you can see the ships out there at about 12 o'clock. And because the AI flies such a wide pattern, we're not going to do a overhead brake right behind lead. What we'll do is go to initial, and then we'll do what the Air Force calls pitch point straight through and go around the outside pattern back to initial and do our own landing. My attempt at an echelon turn, not real good. kind of back into a trail position while he turns to line up for his initial. Which looks like he's coming in at a pretty weird angle. Okay, he's in his break. As I said, we're going to go pitch point straight through and go around the outside pattern back to initial. And should break here in just a second. There he goes. Gear down. And you can see lead down there just at the stern of the ship. Hasn't even entered his hover yet. Lead looks like just touching down. Crossing over. And then taxi back to the front of the boat by our lead.
Caution, caution. Caution, caution.
So overall, pretty successful mission. Lead did their job great, taking out the SA-8, which made it pretty easy to go ahead and target all the other forces in the target area. Well, that's pretty much concludes this video. I hope it was something you enjoyed. If it is the kind of content you like, please let me know. And not as much of a tutorial, more of a cinematic is what I was going for. So thanks again. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.